Paltrocast. The first question I have for you, do I call you Andrew, King, Tito Flavors? What do you like to be called?
Tito Flavor. Is that from the NFL thing?
Yeah. I mean, you have a lot of names. What can I say?
Yeah.
See,
Uh,
also this film.
yeah, I just go by Batch, really.
Okay.
Yeah.
Batch, thank you for taking the time. Aside from answering the same questions over and over and over again, good day for you so far?
Oh, yeah, great day. Is that an avocado in the back?
You are correct. That is an avocado-shaped balloon I stole from a press event last week.
Oh,
Uh,
nice.
have you ever seen before this an avocado-shaped balloon? Because I hadn't.
Never.
Well, courtesy of avocados from Mexico. But anyway,
Okay.
let's talk about Float. When did you actually film it?
Um, I think we filmed it like two years ago. Yeah, two or
Oh,
3 years ago. Yeah. Um, yeah, it was like during the pandemic actually. So it was definitely a time when we didn't know what the rules were when we were filming. Uh and yeah, but it was great. It was fun.
and how much is there of Jesse in you, the human being?
I would say a lot because Jesse is really close with his sister. I'm very close with my sister. They work together. I work with my sister. And as far as like, I think that Jesse's character is like a voice of reason, when Blake, Robbie's character, kind of gets out of line, Jesse's there to like, put him in check and let him realize, like, hey, don't let this negative stuff overpower and overshadow the positive things that are happening in your life.
Hmm. What was your gateway into this film? Was it a traditional audition or you knew one of the producers?
Yeah, I knew one of the producers. Robbie Amell. This is actually my fourth film with him. So, we did The Babysitters together, those two on Netflix. Then we did When We First Met on Netflix, and then now this one. This is our fourth one. So when he hit me up and he's like, "Yo, we have this role for you to play the best friend," I was like, "Yeah, man, count me in."
I'm a big fan of his work on Upload. How did you first connect with Robbie? Was it on set for that first production?
Yeah, it was on set for the babysitter. Yeah. And yeah, he's been killing it. Upload is great. Did you watch the final season, this newer one with that cliffhanger?
Yeah, I thought that was going to be the final. As a press person who does all the junkets, I thought that was the end, and I didn't realize that there was going to be another season after that because that was a pretty tough ending.
Yeah, yeah, it was a pretty wild ending. But yeah, he's killing it, man.
My biggest takeaway from Upload isn't about Robbie; it's about how Andy is such an amazing guitarist and singer. Are you up on Andy's musical journey?
Yeah, it's pretty incredible.
Yeah, you'd never watch her and go, that's a person that Prince thought was on his level.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, for you, you are a person of many talents because I think a lot of people discovered you first because of Vine, but now you have probably over 100 TV and film credits at this point in time. Also a comic, also producing stuff, etc. Was the overall goal to be where you are now, or were you not thinking about it in the Vine era?
Yeah, I wasn't really thinking about it. I'm more of a guy that, takes this journey step by step, moment by moment. And I'm thankful to where I'm at right now. And I feel super blessed and honored and humbled to be where I'm at. But it's always we always have our goals that we set, and it's like we're trying to reach our goals step by step. So I'm still kicking it.
Yeah. When you found out that Vine was originally going away, were you panicked or did you feel that you'd already peaked on there?
Um, yeah, I felt like, I did what I had to do on there, create those 6-second videos. Looking back at it now, I don't think like the place I'm at now, I don't think I could hustle like that again. It was a lot of energy, a lot of time that was, spent doing those videos, a lot of focus, things were sacrificed. Like I didn't go to the gym, I didn't, go out to clubs. I was just really just focused on that. And it takes a toll on you for sure.
The top guys on that to me were you and Will Sasso. Why did Canadians dominate Vine?
Why do Canadians dominate everything?
I mean, Robbie Amell we're talking about.
Yeah.
So did your bond with Robbie have anything to do with I'm Canadian, you're Canadian, and we're
Oh
dominating
yeah,
the States?
yeah, yeah. We definitely found that similarity in that. And being Canadian, we get a lot of benefits, like shooting movies in Canada. If you have a total Canadian cast, you get these tax benefits, which is great.
Now, I have a random question. Feel free to tell me it's a stupid question and I won't answer that. But I know from working in the music industry that a certain percentage of songs played on the radio had to have been made in Canada or made by Canadian artists. Does it work that way in casting as well, where they go, if you're going to make it here, X percent of the cast has to be Canadian?
Yeah, yeah, there's definitely things like that. So like I don't know the specific rules of it, but there are some films where you have to have a Canadian director, you have to have a Canadian writer, Canadian actor, a certain percentage of the actors have to be Canadian. And then I think you get like the Canadian government will fund a certain percentage of the movie for you. I don't know specific numbers, but I know there is something like that.
But to keep the compliments coming, you've outsmarted everyone by being a Canadian Florida person
Yeah.
because you get the tax breaks from both ends.
Yeah, yeah. I got that Florida lifestyle in me too. The crazy.
Absolutely. So, Float Again is the new movie to us. To you, it's an old movie. Are we allowed to know what's coming next from you?
Yeah. So February 25th, I have the show The Walking Dead, The
Oh,
Ones Who
I've heard
Live.
of it.
Yeah, so they're doing a another spin-off called The Ones Who Live, and it kind of ties up all the OG characters, the Rick character, the Michonne character. That's what this limited series is about. And it's about, I was in the OG show, The Walking
Yes.
Dead, season 10, episode 13. And in that episode, it was Michonne's last episode where she kind of walks off into the distance. And before she walks off, there's my character and another character. And I'm injured. And Michonne has the choice to either leave me there to die or help me bring me back to my community. And she helps me bring me back to my community. Now, does that work in her favor or her against her? We're just gonna have to tune in to find out.
Now, that cast has so many comedians buried in it that you don't realize are comedians. Is that a coincidence?
Yeah, I mean Scott Gimble, he's a creator, showrunner behind the whole thing. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, I said because comedians generally are the best actors that nobody realizes can act, because being a comedian itself is a character, yourself included.
Yeah.
Would you act at the beginning of your comedy career?
Uh, so I started off doing stand up because that was what they said. They said you have to do stand up. You do stand up, you get discovered on a sitcom, then you get movies and stuff like that. So I started doing that. But by the time I started doing stand up, social media was starting to
Yeah.
come up and rise. So I started doing like the YouTube videos, and then that brought me on a whole different path.
I ask that because I know that Groundlings is in your past, and Groundlings is generally the Groundlings can't improvise because it's more sketch, but you
Right.
can improvise. So it seems like you have a little bit of each part of the training from comedy.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I love it all. I just look at it as a form of entertainment, and I'm just happy to be a part of it.
And is there any stand up on on the horizon for you in the near future?
Yeah, I got shows all the time. You could catch me, see if I'm in your city, kingbatch.com. And if not, you just message me on Instagram and say, yo, make sure you come to, I don't know, Wichita, Kansas.
There you go. Well, two quick questions and then I let you go. First one, what's the last concert that you went to for fun?
The last one was the Weekend concert and he canceled it. So uh
That's not the Canadian way.
yeah. But I guess he lost his voice or something. It was huge on social media when it happened. We all thought it was a joke because right when he came out, he was just like, I gotta go. And we are like, no, you don't.
Last question. What we know about you is the entertainment and that you're always working, because when you're not working, you're working. What do you do for fun?
For fun, I love learning, I taught myself how to play the piano a little bit. Um, Learning new sports, pickleball. I started learning that. Yeah, I just love like doing new random stuff.
Hmm. Well, Tito Flavors, an honor and a pleasure, and looking forward to the future gigs you got going on. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Paltrocast.